You know that sound? It's probably one of the most familiar sounds in the entire world. It's this universal signal of joy. But have you ever really stopped to think about what's going on when we laugh? I mean, it's so much more than just a reaction. It's this complex, amazing mix of biology, psychology, and really old social connection. So let's get into it. We're going to break down the science of a good laugh into 5 key parts. We'll start with what even makes a joke work, take a trip through history, and then see why you just can't help but laugh when your friend does. First things first, the art of a laugh. Before we get into the biology of why we laugh, we kind of have to figure out the what. What is it that actually pulls the trigger on this massive reaction in our brains? You'd think this would be easy, right? But it's actually a super tricky question. Humor is a lot like food. It's totally a matter of taste. What one person finds absolutely hysterical, someone else might just not get. There's no single magic formula.
But we can basically split humor into 2 big camps. On one side, you've got positive humor, where everybody's in on it, like a clown taking a goofy, planned tumble. Then you've got negative humor, laughing at someone else's misfortune. The Germans have this perfect word for it, Schadenfreude. It's that guilty little chuckle when someone slips on a banana peel.
So with all these different kinds of humor, is there like a secret sauce? Well, in a lot of cases, it all comes down to one powerful ingredient: surprise. See, our brains are prediction machines. And when a punchline just completely shatters what we expect to happen, laughter is often what comes out. And this is just a perfect way to picture it. Okay, you see an egg in a plate. Your brain immediately thinks, fragile egg, hard plate, the egg's gonna smash. But then, bam, the plate breaks instead. The surprise then gets a double whammy when you find out the egg was made of stone. That harmless twist on your expectations, that's the perfect recipe for a laugh. Now, laughing isn't some new thing we just came up with. It's a really fundamental part of our human story. It's this powerful social tool that's been evolving right alongside us for thousands and thousands of years. And the journey is just incredible when you look at it. Way back in the Stone Age, before we had complex sentences, a laugh was a crucial signal. It basically meant, hey, I'm friendly, I'm not a threat. Then you jump forward to ancient Greece, and suddenly it's a tool for critiquing society, with plays making fun of powerful people. By the Middle Ages, the court jester was literally the only person who could use a joke to criticize a king and keep his head. Okay, so the act of laughing, the ha 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 sound, that's universal. But our jokes? Let's dive into how humor travels, or, as you'll see, how it often gets stuck at the border. And the short answer is, nope, not even close. A joke's success is so often tied to a shared culture, shared experiences, even just knowing the same slang. Without that common ground, the world's best punchline just falls completely flat. So some researchers actually put this to the test. It was pretty cool. They told a simple little joke about a boy and his grandma to people from all over the world. And the results? They were all over the map. What folks in Germany and England found hilarious was just kind of funny to people in Spain and India. And in China, it didn't work at all. This is the perfect example of why. Some jokes just do not translate. This German joke here is a pun, and it only works because a word related to using the toilet is hidden inside the word for cactus. The second you translate it into English, the wordplay is gone. It's just a weird question. It shows you just how much local culture shapes our funny bone. All right, let's get under the hood and see what's actually going on. When you laugh, it's not just some feeling in your head. Oh no, it's a full-on, body-wide event, a powerful and, let's be honest, often uncontrollable physical reflex. Okay, I'm going to throw a number at you. 300. What is that? Well, that's roughly how many muscles, all the way from your face and shoulders down to your abs, get fired up when you have a really good, deep laugh. It's literally a full body workout. And it all kicks off in your face, thanks to a signal from your brain. The main player here is a muscle with a fancy name, the zygomaticus major. Its one job is to pull the corners of your mouth up and out, creating that classic smile that everyone in the world recognizes. And get this, it is a real workout. The amount of physical effort your body goes through in just 20 seconds of hard laughter is about the same as 3 solid minutes of jogging. No wonder you feel breathless after a really good giggle fit. It's basically cardio. And all that physical stuff, it leads to some absolutely incredible health benefits. Your diaphragm jumps around, pumping more oxygen into your lungs. Your heart beats faster, which improves your circulation. Your brain lets loose a flood of endorphins, nature's feel-good chemicals, while stress hormones take a nosedive. Your body even starts making more of the immune cells that fight off viruses. It's amazing. But here's something that might make you pause for a second. Look at this huge difference. Little kids laugh about 400 times a day, on average. 400. For adults, that number plummets to just 15. It's like somewhere on the road to growing up, we forget how to do this amazing, healthy thing. Okay, for our last piece of the puzzle, let's talk about maybe the most magical thing about laughter, the way it just spreads. Why is it so darn contagious? Come on, you know the feeling, right? Someone near you starts cracking up, and even if you have no clue what's so funny, you feel that smile start to creep onto your own face. Pretty soon, you're chuckling too. It's almost impossible to resist, kind of like catching a yawn. So what's going on? Well, the secret is buried deep in our brains, in these really special cells called mirror neurons. Think of them as your brain's empathy engine. They're amazing. They fire not just when you do something, but also when you just watch someone else do it. It's how our brains can kind of simulate what another person is feeling. So what happens is, when we hear someone laugh, our mirror neurons light up, and our brain starts to automatically copy that feeling of joy. This makes laughter this super efficient tool for bonding with each other. It sends this fast, primal signal that just says, hey, I like you, I feel safe with you. And really, that's what it all boils down to. When we share a laugh, it's not just a nice moment. It's one of the most fundamental ways we build and strengthen our relationships. It's like this powerful, unspoken shortcut that says, hey, we're on the same team. We get each other. So this brings us to one last big thought. When you understand the deep science and the long history of laughter, you realize just how important it is. If this is our brain's built-in tool for better health, for beating stress, and for connecting with people, what are we losing when we go from laughing 400 times a day down to just 15? It's a powerful reminder that maybe we should all try to use this simple, joyful superpower a little more often.